Rafiki 什么意思？
Rafiki 是朋友。
哦，我China，中国。哦，中国朋友。
对。
If you wonder why Chinese artists in the 1970s spoke Swahili, Tanzanian Ambassador to China will give you the answer.
Habari yako.
Habari yako.
How are you? That's what it is.
Oh.
Yes. Nimeshiba.
你没事吧？
Shiba. In Chinese, shiba wala.
哦，你没事吧
Yes.
I see. And that answer starts with the brief history of the Tasara Railway.
Julius Nyerere approached many financial institutions, IMF, World Bank. They went to the US, UK, and all of them turned him down, saying, no, this railway is not economically viable. So when he came to China, he decided to raise this issue with Chairman Mao, but not expecting to get anything. He was just expecting to get sympathy from a sympathetic friend who equally has his own problems and does not have enough resources. But when he mentioned to Chairman Mao said, you know what, we're going to build this railway. If every Chinese would contribute $1, we're going to build this railway. And indeed, he lived to his promise, and the railway was built in the 1970s.
China and Tanzania stood together when both had little global influence. But true friendship reveals itself in times of adversity.
干嘛去了？遵照伟大领袖毛主席的教导，光荣的履行国际主义义务，到国外帮着修铁路去了。那我问问你，向坦赞朋友学习，kujifunza kwa marafiki.
Kujifunza kutoka kwa marafiki. If you meet any old Chinese, tell him this word, he would remember. Basically what it means is learning from our friends. And that made the bond between our people very strong, to the point that Tanzanians, when they are addressing Chinese, they are no longer calling them even friends, they are calling them our relatives. Ndugu zetu wa China, our Chinese relatives.
This trust comes from mutual support. Tanzania was a fervent supporter of China when it sought to have its legitimate seat restored in the United Nations.
It was not an easy fight. There are big powers that were against China's restoration at the UN. But Tanzania, side by side by People's Republic and other countries, when the votes were announced, members of our delegation were dancing, rejoicing for that outcome. This will show you how close our two people are to a friendship. Now, fast forward, this is the most recent. Last year, President Hassan paid a state visit. She was the first African president to visit China immediately after the 20th Congress of the Communist Party. And the visit was very successful. The two leaders had very special chemistry. President Xi was very joyful, very talkative, very friendly. And this could be reflected on another picture. That picture you see, yeah, you see.
This is taken in the Great Hall.
Yes. And the president was very, very joyful, and then both of them, they had freestyle talking, exchange ideas. When people claim that, China has ulterior motives with Africa, China has the agenda to grab resources, China has the agenda to trap African countries into debt. For us, who knows the history, we just laugh and say these people, they don't know what they're talking, or if they know what they're talking, they've decided to distort the truth, because China did not start yesterday to help African countries, to work with African countries. And we've never seen any conditions, we've never seen any dictations to do anything that would compromise our sovereignty. This debt trap is just a propaganda. Whoever is alarming the world that China is putting Africa into debt trap, they have their own agenda. We don't choose friends, and nobody should choose friends for us.
We do what is the right thing. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I noticed this. What's this?
It's carving. This is called Makonde carving, and it is called Kinyago cha Ujamaa. Ujamaa, yeah. Ujamaa is socialism.
Socialism?
Yeah, yes. This is society. It's a symbol of a society which everybody has their own role into this big picture. It's very famous carving in Tanzania. So it symbolizes unity. They have one goal. Everybody has to play their part. Yes.
This embassy is well designed. Huh?
Yes, we've been here since 1970s. So, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.